So I'm really concerned about the nut that broke off on one of the rockers. So, let's just rip the engine off the Camaro, shall we? Okay, so we got the hoist in. That only took like 20 minutes. Great, very nice. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna see a way we can jack up the transmission, so it's not just gonna hang in its transmission cross member mount or whatever, because that's just gonna ruin the mount. So I'm gonna figure out something somehow, not quite sure what, and then we're gonna unbolt the engine from the trans, 2 engine mounts, and lift the thing up. I mean, all the other work is already done for us. We don't have to take exhaust or headers off or, you know, carburetor and all these things. It's pretty much 7 bolts, so let's just jump straight into it. So there we go, we got a 275 BF Goodrich that fitted just perfect. So that should hold up the trans when we move the engine. So now it's just engine mounts and transmission bolts, that's it. So there we go, we got the engine out and now we're gonna put it on an engine stand. Hopefully I have 4 bolts from the Pontiac engine, like long bolts that fit, so we can get it on the engine stand. First of all, actually, we're just gonna get the flywheel on, or the starter wheel or whatever, which by the way looks in great shape, so that's great, I guess. One less part to buy in this massive project that for some reason I accepted.
Well, of course we're gonna use our Ford tool to break off the starter wheel bolts. Yeah.
There we go, engine is on the stand. Garage is ready for a room and stuff, and now we're gonna tear right into this beast. So that was pretty easy, 45-minute work or whatever, and everything is out clear, and we are ready with the engine on the stand to work on the engine. So that's what we're gonna do. So here's a quick thing I want to talk about real quick. Got in contact with one of the early owners here yesterday, which was really cool. I'm also gonna post up some pictures right here so you can see the car in its glory days back in the 80s/90s. Look pretty damn cool, pretty damn clean, and you can see it's the same colors, so the paint held up pretty damn good over the years. Now, the engine, he told me that they approximately had like 3 to 4 grand into the engine, and you know, there was like new bearings, main bearings, I mean cam, lifters, valves, valve springs, the rockers, the intake manifold, you know, a lot of things. Actually, he didn't even know all the things because there were so many things made. So that's real cool. And then he said it should be dynoed at 350 horsepower on the rear wheels. So this thing might be making like somewhere around like 400, 420 horsepower or something. Blaze it. So that's gonna be pretty cool to figure out if this actually is a beast. package look pretty clean. Intake manifolds do have quite a bit of rust. Actually, not too bad. Actually, it's not too bad, but a little bit of like surface rust, I guess, from sitting or whatever. It does appear that the heads have been ported at some point. I'm not quite sure. It looks like that there's been some grinding going on, as of what I can tell. So as you can see, it looks like we just have normal flat-tip hydraulic lifters, which kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping for rollers or maybe solid, but whatever, probably still works just fine. And as you can see on the intake ports, it does look like there has been some kind of porting, at least at the edge. And you can also feel they are smooth, and then like an inch in or so, they got that casting rough surface or whatever. So now we're gonna try to pull the heads, I guess, and see what we got going on inside the engine. So yeah, the scary part was getting that one rocker off where you saw the adjuster nut or whatever had broken off. So last 30 minutes I didn't record, but I came up with a pretty good idea. It does have this little tab, whatever, where it broke off right here. So I basically just sliced in a small edge right here, and then I was able to use one of my custom screwdrivers and a hammer to hammer it out and loosen the nut, push it loose. But before I just used the hammer. And then it came out, as you can see, like this. Okay, let's get the first head off. This head should be a little bit lighter than the ones in the Pontiac. The Pontiac heads were incredibly heavy, really insane actually. There you go. Dang, that's some nice pistons though. So I'm just gonna put it on the table over here. So it's like this one layer steel gasket thing going on right here. It looks as the head has been cut down at some point, you know, or like machined, whatever, the surface. Maybe to make the combustion chamber smaller or whatever, I don't know. The gasket is really on there. It almost seems like it's stuck on with like antices or something. I don't know if it's a part of the gasket maybe. Maybe it has like silver adhesive stuff on it. Well, yeah, here's the heads. No sunken valves or anything. The only thing I can see is these two intake valves are kind of oily, but I don't know if that's just because it's been sitting so long. Also, the machine surface almost looks like it was done on sandpaper or something. It looks kind of strange, but I don't know. So, on the engine side of things, or the block or whatever, it looks pretty good. I'm not able to see the hone marks in the cylinders right now. I'm just going to try to get with a flashlight and see it properly. But we got 30 over pistons, which are pretty damn deep valve reliefs or whatever, so that's pretty cool. And the surface of the block also looks like it probably was machined at some point, a long time ago probably, but everything looks good so far. I'm just gonna try to see if I can clean up the cylinders and see if they're still in good shape and all that, and then we're gonna take the other side off. And time to remove the last head. Damn, this one is really stuck on there. Well, there you go. Same thing on the other side. By the way, I checked the other side, and you can still see the cross hatching and everything, so that's real nice. And all the pistons are going the same way, so it's not some idiot who assembled it. No damage to the pistons. We have a lot of dirt into the cylinders right now, but that's because I just took the heads off, and then all this weird adhesive stuff falls down. But it looks really clean, and we also have the nice machine surface on this head. So I think we're literally looking at just cleaning up the engine, and that's it. So guys, it's another day, and we are going back on the engine. So today we are gonna pull the pan and look at the bottom end, I guess, and see if it's a 2-bolt or 4-bolt, or if it has a cool racing baffle oil pan, or whatever the hell is going on. We're gonna take a look right now. So let's jump straight into it. No oil in it. Okay. Okay, I need another bolt. Oh well. Oh nice! A baffle oil pan. And some kind of metal washer inside of here. That's great. Okay. So we have this little thing. I don't even think it's metal, I actually think it's plastic. That's strange. I'm gonna look into whatever this is. But it's just a boring little 2-bolt main cap engine. Oh well, it should still make around 400 horsepower, so I can live with that, I guess. If everything still works. There's so much silicone in these gaskets, holy. The cork gasket has literally turned into rubber because there's so much silicone in it. That's kind of crazy, I guess. By the way, I absolutely love these end seals for the oil pan that are rubber. I'm actually thinking about maybe trying to find an entire rubber gasket. I heard good things about them, but I don't know. Other than that, I think everything looks pretty good. Again, a lot of silicone and everything, but maybe that's normal if they don't know how to seal up the engine or whatever, or if it was leaking, or I don't know. By the way, harmonic balancer, I'm just looking at the backside of it here. The entire rubber thing has just shot out of it, so we need a new balancer for sure. So everything looks real clean, and it should have entire new rod bearings, even main bearings I actually think too. Everything's literally new, and I'm not quite sure if it's balanced. I can just see there is some machining here on the end of the crank, so maybe the rotation assembly or whatever has been balanced too. I have no idea. Oil pump looks pretty good. I mean, there's not really anything in the pickup tube over here or anything. And the only thing there is in the oil pan. It seems like there's a lot of gunk or whatever, a lot of shit in it. It seems like kind of the oil pan has been off and then like drop stuff into it or whatever, because inside the engine here it doesn't look dirty at all. So yeah, I don't know about that. I'm just gonna try to take the filter off actually, if I'm able to do so, as that would maybe give us an idea of you know, if there was dirt in the engine, I guess. So yeah, filter look clean. Nothing to worry about, I guess. Also, the little pickup filter thingy up here inside the filter housing, whatever, on the small box Chevy, I don't know what it is, looks clean too. So hopefully we don't have anything inside the engine, you know, any metal or anything like that. And the rocker nut or whatever that broke off could literally be anywhere. I have no idea why that should be. Probably the guy who adjusted the rocker and snapped the nut probably also took it out, I assume. The only thing I did find in the oil pan was this weird little plastic clip. It almost looks like, you know, from interior on a modern car, or like a plastic trim piece or something. So, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe down below. And then of course, we will soon have another video in this bad boy where we're probably gonna tear into some of the interior stuff, assembly, you know, like door handle, window, power windows, lock door panels and such, and stuff like that. And then we can start to like move along with the interior stuff. So that's gonna be really cool. So don't forget to hit that post notification bell too, so you actually get notified when a video drops on this project or any of the other projects, the Firebird or the Thunderbird, which we're also gonna have a video on soon. The Thunderbird, shining up the engine bay a little bit, trying to polish the paint, and we should also get some interior parts for it, and then it should be almost ready to sell, so stay tuned for that.